Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind here, still playing as Portugal. So I threw up a quick poll on the channel and people voted to see this to the end. So this is not seeing this to the end with that whole HRE Voltaire's Nightmare achievement done. This is just back to the way it was. So you notice if you watch the Voltaire's Nightmare achievement, we've gone back in time a bit. So we are still, in fact, coring stuff from our most recent wars on the borders of the HRE. Our next goal probably is to attack the United States and finish that off, and also get an heir, because currently our ruler is 64 years old, doesn't have an heir, his wife is 72, and we don't have an heir of our current dynasty. So we'll see how that goes, and we still have a lot of converting to do. So, of course, if you guys haven't voted on what country you'd like to see played next, please do that, because that will be starting when this is done. Or sooner if I die or, you know, get into some serious trouble. So we got about, 40 years of gameplay, give or take. So we got a while, about a week or so to go, unless I go rather quicker. Okay. Still don't know why only one or so of my provinces is like ever getting improved by colonists at a time, but it's interesting to see it happen that way. Did that just work? There we are. 33% chance of growing, but it still seems to not be that common. So we'll probably go after the United States, and then we will probably, I don't know, wait for a while. We're not going to fight the Ottomans. There's no reason to. Württembergian separatists, or however you say it. Württembergian separatists. There we go, probably. I love how it still demands 1,100 gold for that, even though we're so far past the point where that's actual money to us. Take 10,000 gold from our burgers. Just get some other cash elsewhere. We are going to be magnificently behind in diplomatic tech for quite some time. Delightful. And of course we got to be wary of the fact that we could end up with a coalition at almost any time. The Ottomans could theoretically form a coalition versus us. I am going to start this war versus the United States, and then we're not going to do anything because my colonial nations should be able to wipe that out with ease, since they have no allies, and honestly not much of a military either. They're very powerful though, so we will be careful of that. We also have almost 900,000 infantry in us and all our colonies. Pretty good on that front. It looks like the Pope is facing papal revolutionaries. Wonder if the Papal States will fall to become a revolutionary Papal States. So if we want to, also, there's still a handful of achievements we can work on. Fanatic Collectivist is one. We have to take essentially out Genoa and then Romaga. I think that's all the ones we need. Is that it? Not entirely clear. Let's see. Feudalism. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Montferrat we own. 1, 2. We need to take a province from the Netherlands. Delightful. Technically we could attack Hesse, and that should draw the Dutch into that war. We have a truce with them though for another 10 years. If we get any other achievements, that'll probably be the logical one to go for. We're not going to release any other HRE nations or do anything, because right now there's no point. We can't get any reforms passed without doing the client state exploit there, because everybody hates us. Pretty much. Aid and favored 20 against, and pretty much 7 of them are the ones we've made electors. We need an heir. Give me an heir. Where do we get heirs from? Oops, wrong guy. Darn. I'm gonna have to stick with this guy for a little while. I didn't think to check if he was of a culture I could promote, and I was wrong. He isn't. A second. There we go. Hire you. Promote. It's going to be weird leaving this game and going back to a game where I'm not so overwhelmingly powerful. It always is once you play at this level for a while. We've been playing at this size for quite some time. Look at the armies just descending on the poor United States there. Well, if the United States was to fall, this would be the way it happened. Giant tidal wave troops overwhelming it. I mean, historically they were... I think they just... had they just won independence at this point? Around this time. More separatists. We could also go after these guys, but they are allied to the Ottomans and Persia. Which means that's probably a no. And I think they're allied to Delhi, right? Nope, Transoxana. Still, that is a bit of an alliance network I prefer not to fight. Delhi, on the other hand, is attackable. Potential decisions. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to swap, though, if I can, to Diplo Power, because we are severely in debt there. It's fun to watch your vassals and colonial nations just overwhelm a nation. Plus, we still have a ton of conversion to do. Yeah. Other than that, though, we can't really do it much at the moment. I might work on constructing a fleet, though, a large fleet, another one of these massive fleets. Oops, let's just do 100 heavies. Oh yeah, I already had 4 templates. Do this. Just in case somehow we end up in a war versus Great Britain. Might as well be well prepared to deal with them. What else should I do? Oh, I should probably get more manpower generation going. Some of these we haven't gotten any incoming manpower from. Obviously, the more manpower we get, the better off we will be if we do get into a large war. Some of these provinces are not really worth developing with it, but considering we've got the cash, you might as well do it all anyway. I do draw the line when it goes down to 62, though. So instead we'll get more money. I wonder how long it'll take us to make 32,000 gold back. Probably not long, to be honest. And of course, if I get bored, I can always upgrade my colonial nations, who still are technologically and economically rather backwards compared to me. Even though they probably count as some of the other great nations in the world. There we go. The United States fleet is just being overwhelmed by the sheer number of Cubans. Yeah. Cuba actually has a equivalent heavy ship ratio to the United States. It's just a matter of time. Oh, we have another idea. Yeah, we'll do that. Glorious arms. Prestige from land battles. That looks glorious. Do we want to fight the Ming? Nope. They're allied to totally useless nations, but maybe. They are having a bit of an issue with Persia and Russia. Speaking of which, can we point out the fact that this is a horrifyingly powerful Russia who's completely weak against the Ottomans? I don't think I've ever seen that big of a Russia that keeps losing land consistently to the Ottomans. Or Sweden. It's a pretty powerful Sweden lurking up there in the North country. 62 gold a month to convert Nantes. Expensive. We're still coring, which is why I'm not fighting any otherwise. Hey, we got an heir! Oh, that's lovely. Somehow our 73-year-old queen, our empress consort, somehow had a child. I'm gonna guess and say it was a slightly illegitimate child, just offhand. Oh yeah, I forgot revolutionary France was a thing. We're gonna have to crush them in 4 or so years. Interesting enough, Songhai is guaranteeing their independence, which may actually mean we're going to have a massive expansion into Songhai. A very interesting. Ooh. So I will move troops into position in case I do end up in a war with them. Might as well not be completely caught off guard. Maybe if we're lucky we can conquer these 3 provinces from them and actually colonize the whole world. A lot of colonial lands. And the United States is pretty much willing to surrender. This might be take most of their coastline so we don't have to deal with their navy in another war. Just waiting here for the last occupations. I think at this point it's probably worth trying to form some of the eastern United States stuff rather than giving it all to Louisiana. But we'll see. Or maybe not. It looks like Portuguese Louisiana wants it all, so I'm relatively okay with that. Oh, looks like we can't cut the US off from the coast completely, but we can do quite a bit. You know, some of these I actually own, interestingly enough. I want to form whatever the Eastern United States forms, or the Eastern North America forms. Just to see if I can get even more merchants. I really should distribute these last guys. Again. Transfer trade power. Transfer trade power. And that should even boost our trade even higher. Or about the same, actually. What do we got here? Croatian separatists. Already lost. Okay. Can't attack France for a while. France for a while. We could technically attack Genoa, which would lose us our alliance with the Pope. Which actually wouldn't be a bad thing, because we do want one papal province. So, yeah, let's do that. I'm calling Great Britain, since there's no reason not to. And we will invade the papacy. And of course we'll apparently lose some minor naval battles. Or major naval battles. Where's my navy? Hunter enemy fleets in the Mediterranean. Those are going to be my heavy ships getting wiped out. We'll take the papal influence. Interesting enough, you can't actually do any stuff with the papacy if you're at war with them, which makes sense. I just didn't know that. Let's barrage it. No use waiting forever. We can also get control of Corsica too. I'm gonna run this army away though, because otherwise they're gonna die. Who else? Oh, Frankfurt, right? Oh, this will give me an opportunity to actually get some of my troops out of northern Germany. Nine princes in favor of me, to the point that I actually will win re-election, assuming things go well. So despite being a ducal rank, we should still maintain our emperorship. Another conversion. How bad is the religious map mode? Pretty messed up still. My fleet is now suppressing all there, so my other fleet that was getting beat up can now actually grow in size. And somehow we're only 267 negative Diplo points right now. Luckily, the United States is by and large Catholic, so. And our emperor died, and we have a regency currently, and we will abolish slavery, I think. Do we want to abolish slavery, actually? I'm curious. Of course, it would help if I could actually figure out what trading in slavery gives me here. Global tariffs? No, unfortunately we are not going to abolish slavery for the time being. Gives us well, actually it's only 71 gold a month. Yeah, we'll abolish slavery. Why not? That's evolution of slavery. We're going to see a huge pop-up of a lot of countries getting trade goods. Yep. Mostly livestock, some fish, naval supplies. Okay. I have no idea why Austria decided to pick that fight, but they did. And they are losing. I only want this one province from the Pope, so it's going to take a little while, but then we should be good. There we go. New Portugal has been formed. I figured that would occur. Hopefully New Portugal could survive an attack by the United States. I doubt it, but hey, it's fun to see what would happen. Of course, if the United States does wipe out New Portugal, I might just truce break until I eliminate the United States at that point. They've given me way too much trouble for such a minor nation. Of course, we are still in our golden age, which is definitely helping with our costs. Okay, Genoa just fell, or Genoa. Some people say it. I'm wondering if the Pope will peace out yet. I want one yeah, I'll just take 2 provinces from the Pope. That will net me another institutional province. I think I have to have it cored though, right? Or maybe not. I think I just have to own it. Now this should pick us up 2. Once Genoa actually is willing to accept peace. Oh, whatever. No reason to escalate any conflicts. Pope hates us though. Frankfurt will convert to Catholic. Nice. Well, if we were trying to help reform the HRE, we got a little bit closer there. Still need a little bit more to finish off these guys. I assume they'll surrender once their army's destroyed. It's typically the way the AI thinks. Yep, stop improving relations with the Papal States. Since we're playing good Catholics in this game, there's no reason to wipe out the Papal States. Okay, all we need is that last province from the Dutch. Speaking also of things, I should check out how my furnaces are doing. Include subjects. So my subjects have no coal, essentially. Interesting. Oh yes, trade goods. Huh. Handful there I don't own. Virtually none in Africa. Well, there is South Africa down here, isn't there? Oh, development has to be 20. Oops. Tells you what I know about dealing with coal in this game. Hasn't been around that long. That's all I'm going to be able to do for a bit. Goods produced has switched to coals. Livonia is an elector, so yes, I will take an alliance. We will throw up another furnace. There. And then I will need more development points. I think I got enough. I must have enough coal in the Empire. If not, I can conquer for it. It would seem very strange I wouldn't have enough. Okay, our queen consort, our empress consort died. So now we are officially in the Regency and it can't attack anybody for 13, 14 years. That's going to be relatively boring next couple episodes then. Silesia, you are an elector, I believe, right? Alliance. Well, we'll try and get this coal achievement, and then we'll see where we're going after that. Hopefully we will eventually get out of this Diplo power debt. Anyhow, that will be it for this episode. We can't attack anybody for a while, so we'll see where things are at once we're done with that. But in the meantime, the United States is almost gone. Not completely, but significantly smaller than one would expect. And that's it. So thank you guys all for watching. Bye for now.